नमस्कार साथियों, मेरा नाम है दीपांशु गुप्ता और आप देख रहे हैं TATVX, the exploration of ultimate truth. My dear friends, today's episode is going to be very special because today we are going to talk about a journey which every student feels of as a dream every single year. That is journey to the IIT. And to talk about it, we are having a very special guest today who has secured All India rank of 137 in JEE Advanced Examination of 2022, and he recently got graduated from IIT Madras in Computer Science and Engineering. So it's my absolute honor and privilege to welcome Mr. Aarav Giri. So Aarav, today IIT is a dream for so many aspirants. And scoring AIR 137 is itself a big achievement for one can have. How would you describe your journey? Like when this thought of preparing for this examination came to your mind and how you prepared for this examination?
Alright, so let me tell where it all began. So I was in 9th grade.
Okay.
And with the support of my mom, my mother, she basically identified my interest in mathematics.
Okay.
And I anyways, have always been interested in programming, in computer science.
Okay.
And she had just found about that, okay, there is this IIT JEE exam. And she just briefly told me about it, that hey, you become an engineer and in future you prepare for this. And I was curious about it. मेरे को लगा कि करनी चाहिए prepare. तो फिर in 9th grade she put me into Allen Career Institute. Okay. So I'm from Bangalore, so I joined in 9th grade. 9th, 10th went by, it was very foundational, and then the actual thing began in 11th.
Okay.
ठीक है? And 11th was a time जब we had COVID-19, everything was online. Alright?
Exactly.
So the mode of classes to begin with shifted.
Yes.
You're in your room, you have an online lecture, the faculty is teaching, and it was a very unique experience in itself, came with its own challenges.
Yes.
And yeah, it was a 2-year grind, and in our time, it was 2022.
Yes.
So everything was getting very delayed, alright?
Okay.
We had 2 attempts of mains and they pushed advance all the way to August end.
Okay.
It's a very long journey in itself.
Okay. So while preparing for JEE examination, this is a long journey.
Yeah.
And whenever students are preparing for it, the most common thing they could face is having backlogs. Because students come with the mindset that अरे ठीक है आज कर लेंगे फिर आज कल कर लेंगे and this things keeps on running. So how would you have handled such situations?
Yeah. So to begin with, the entire journey, it's not smooth, alright?
Yes.
You will have your ups and downs, alright? And there are so many internal tests. कुछ अच्छे जाते हैं, हम बहुत खुश हो जाते हैं. But मैंने देखा है जहाँ पे भी we face a setback, वो हम उसको ज़्यादा पर्सनली लेते हैं एंड वी स्टार्ट फीलिंग कि हम ये क्यों हमसे शायद ये हो नहीं सकता, वाई आर वी डूइंग दिस, ये सब सेल्फ डाउट बहुत आता है.
Exactly.
ठीक है. एंड जो आप यू ब्रॉट अप ऑन द पॉइंट ऑफ बैकलॉग्स.
Yes.
Backlogs is a real thing, it happens to almost everyone. So the thing is, the mistake that we make early on is when the teacher is teaching something. So typically what we do is we wait for the chapter to end and then we begin solving.
Okay.
So our point of view is logically that we will have some time to solve the exercises once the chapter ends. But the thing is, the teacher point of view, उन्हें तो अगला chapter पढ़ाना है, तो फिर ऐसा mismatch हो जाता है and बाद में फिर बच्चे struggle करते हैं.
Exactly.
Start early on, that would be what I would like to say. And कोई भी topic है, physics का optics है, तो चलो I will start some exercise relating to that topic. उतना skills तो सभी में होता ही है, so you can start solving it, doubts पूछो. ठीक है, one reason why backlogs appear is we struggled with a topic, we never sought clarification. कि मेरे को ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, दोस्तों से नहीं पूछेंगे, फैकल्टी से नहीं पूछेंगे. दिस हेसिटेशन शुड नॉट अराइज. ठीक है. सो यू शुड इवन हैव सम काइंड ऑफ अ पीयर ग्रुप टू स्टडी विद.
Okay. So, what was the most difficult phase of your preparation? Like, there are some topics and subjects also which some might feel difficult to study. So, according to you, what was the most difficult phase of your preparation?
So, in our entire 11 to 12th journey, alright. So, the ending of 11th, the second half, it is a canon event in everyone's life.
Okay.
So then, because physics you have mechanics, the hard stuff starts coming.
Okay.
And you have what, sound, waves, all these things. Too many concepts. And this one brain which gave what, 10th standard 1 year ago, and you know our world expands tenfold. इतने एक साल में.
Exactly.
ये है केमिस्ट्री में बहुत रट्टा करना पड़ता है. फिजिकल खत्म होके व्हाट डू यू हैव ऑर्गेनिक, इनऑर्गेनिक, ये सब चालू हो जाता है. और फिर मैथ में भी ऐसे थोड़े ज़्यादा ही कैलकुलेटिव टाइप चीज़ें आते हैं. आई थिंक कोनिक्स वगैरह होता है, आई एम नॉट श्योर अभी क्या होता है. बट इन सब में वीडियो यू स्टार्ट वही ना, यू डोंट नो हाउ टू स्प्लिट टाइम फॉर एवरीथिंग. And the thing is, once we get stuck somewhere, either we get stuck on it for so long that we sacrifice solving for stuff which we can actually do, we miss out on them. Or apart from getting stuck, it would be that we would ignore certain things deliberately because we don't make an effort to clarify them. But this was a difficult phase, I would say. And everyone goes through it. And then once 12 starts coming in, so little bit relief comes. And but we have to conquer our difficulty.
At the time of 12th, you also get habitual to this type of topics and handling such type of topics.
That experience takes time to build.
Exactly.
And one thing I would like to add is that towards the end of 12th, one should start, beginning to revise certain things which they missed out on 11th.
Okay.
In my case, if I had anything to revisit, it was mostly from 11th end. So that's when I decided, okay, I'll do it with a fresh mind, fresh perspective, and I'll go back and practice them along.
Okay. So, while preparing for this examination, what was your journey for preparing it? What are the steps that you followed at that point of time? How was it?
Okay, so first of all, I had so you have these 3 subjects, and what one thing people typically do is they maintain fixed time slots. That I will daily do 2 hours physics, 2 hours chemistry, 2 hours maths.
A timetable.
Yeah. I would say you would need to put more than 6 hours, but then they would split it equally.
Yes.
But thing is anything ever fairly proportionate in life? क्या हर चीज़ बराबर है? नहीं.
Exactly.
Certain things need more attention. Certain things can be done faster. And the thing is that whatever work you have, if it can be done in half an hour, do it in half an hour. Mentally, if we think 2 hours are there, it will expand to fill the entire 2 hours. अपन को लगेगा कि हमने काम किया, टाइम दिया, प्रोडक्टिव थे. But where is the productivity? This is hidden loss of energy. So first of all, I had a to-do list in my mind. Okay, that I have certain topics going on right now, and I want to be done with certain things. And I would maintain that, okay, I want to do certain exercises. If I have certain doubts, put them, that I have to ask this later.
Okay.
And you should not push it always. You have some hard date that by this it should be done. And then sometimes you should reward yourself. Okay, yes, this thing requires intense focus. These 2 years. but we shouldn't be too harsh on ourselves. One thing is, yes, you should cut the distractions, but if you have some kind of a reward system, right,
Yes.
our brain starts enjoying doing the thing that we feel was once difficult or boring. Or, yeah.
What's your view on consistency and motivation? Because it's a long journey, and to maintain consistency and to be motivated at each and every aspect is a challenging thing. So how would you have faced it?
Yes, so let me tell you one incident from my own journey. So it was December 2021.
Okay.
I was in 12th, and that was, so we have these score tests that happen. That was the first score test. I still remember I gave the test, and chemistry, maths I did normally how I would. Physics, for some reason I was getting too stuck on many things. But that aside, even the things that I knew, I got a lot of negatives. Okay, and yeah, my score was really below average.
Okay.
And that physics alone brought down my total. So if I expect to be in a certain zone, right, I was nowhere near that.
No.
It was so deflating. My teachers were also surprised what happened there. My parents were surprised, and you know, then that embarrassment comes from, what have I done? How will I recover from this? I remember
I committed a big mistake.
yeah, that, and you also remember the time in that exam that you could have just done something to ye nahi ho jata. Nahi, but it just you start spiraling out.
Exactly.
But then I feel that happened at a really good time. It is just a practice test at the end of the day. So then one thing I would like to say is, when you do these tests, you should build the exam temperament also.
Okay.
The initial tests, first of all, they're designed to be easy. Okay, once they start the score test or something like that, which cover the entire syllabus. So that's when you start practicing with temperament also, that you need to know if something goes south, how do you not spiral? Okay, you need to manage your expectations. Okay, what we try to do is, some question is there, okay, and then we spend disproportionate amount of time on it. तो उससे क्या होता है, उससे rest of the paper gets affected, and then later regret will come. The sooner you start being conscious with your choices, that's where change begins.
Okay. So Aarav, earlier you discussed a point which was regarding the peer group. I just want to elaborate it. What's the importance of peer group during your preparation time? What impact that they have created in your life?
So I had a couple of friends
Okay.
whom I would share my doubts. We would discuss a lot of stuff. And this was, first of all, we were online, so I hadn't really met them. In 12th, I met them once or twice, when they called us offline. Once things began resetting, that time I met, and then later on we would discuss things beyond studies also, little bit about how we were before 11th and all that.
Okay.
But our main focus used to be our studies. But you know, having little bit interaction even beyond studies, it helps in maintaining some connection. And the good thing is, suppose I'm struggling in something, I just tell that to a friend that, hey, I'm finding this little difficult, please help me. And yeah, I'm grateful to have had them. We were together through our highs and lows. And one thing is that we were all very competitive with each other at the end of the day. Okay. So yes, we are good friends, but during the exam we are fierce rivals. And you know, that's good to have. And
Exactly.
we did not let our competition affect our friendship. So both can coexist.
Healthy competition.
Healthy competition, exactly.
So, coming to the strategies related to mains and advanced perspective, because these two examinations are much different from each other in nature. So, what was the different strategies that you followed for this particular two phases of examination?
So then let me first begin with JEE mains.
Yes.
Okay, so JEE mains, if you have good preparation, I'm assuming you have equal preparation and all. Okay, so in that, what you should do is, whatever you're able to do faster, you should go with the flow. All right. So now, one general thing in any exam I would say is, if you're stuck at a question, move on to the next, and you should, based on the exam, you should define a threshold. So suppose mains has 90 questions in 3 hours. So assuming 30 per hour. 30 per hour means you have to do around one question in 2 minutes. And so suppose it within the first minute you can identify that will you be able to do it or not. Okay. But once you cross that 1 minute, then if you can see that you cannot do it, even if you like that topic so much, let it go. And once you learn to let go, it will help you, because imagine the case where you hold on to that one question. I will be even repeating this point more often, because this is a point which people tend to overlook no matter how many people say that. You know, I would also get attached to questions, but questions don't have feelings. We do. We should not project them onto the question. Sitting here right now, I don't care if even my favorite topic. I used to love complex numbers in mathematics, but then I know that they would give some hard problems from there. If I know that, hey, it's gonna be hard, I would leave it, I will leave it.
Exactly.
Every other question is the same at the end of the day. So now, in mains, mainly you have to focus on the speed. Alright? And they design it in a way that you can solve a lot of questions equally from each of the subjects. Then based on how comfortable you are, you may find one subject to be better. And if you are particularly inclined towards one subject, then fine, go for it, do it in particular. But it's more like a marathon. Cover as much as possible.
Exactly.
Alright? Then comes JEE Advanced.
Okay.
So JEE Mains will give you the impression that if you have done it, good, you would have been able to do many questions. In Advanced, you may not be able to do half the number of questions you did in mains. That's one reality check you get there. And people take it negatively. They think that I'm not able to do similar percentage of questions. Am I bad? No. I'll give you an analogy, okay?
Okay.
So, when you go to a mall, you have 10 stores there. You decide I want to buy a certain thing from every store. The thing is, are you bound to buy from every store? No. You're going to maximize how much satisfaction you get at the end.
Exactly.
So in this case, I have some 10 questions. But I'm not obliged to solve everything if I know that it is actually hard.
Exactly.
It is hard for all. And there's always a percentage of questions. Okay, any paper setter would put. In advance, they deliberately put certain questions that people will waste time upon.
Okay.
And yes, you need to be able to identify that it's difficult. And how would you do that? You set a threshold. It'll anyways be covered by that threshold. That it is going to be difficult. So let go of the question, go to the next. And in advance, I would say what would typically happen is, suppose you have some order, I want to do in PCM order. So you just follow that order. And once you're done, you would have marked some questions earlier. Then you go through all those questions. You keep doing it again and again. Okay? And sometimes it happens that what didn't strike you at first, it would come at a later time. With a fresh mind, you may be able to do the things which you were not able to do so comfortably. Plus, one general advice, तो के please मत मारो, okay? Unless you have calculated the risk, please don't. क्योंकि negatives, they're very heavy.
Exactly.
And in my case, I would say that I avoided negatives entirely.
Okay.
I had only a -6 score in advance.
Okay.
So bulk of it was positive. So I would say that try to be more accurate,
Okay.
more than maximizing number of questions.
So Aarav, coming upon a crucial point in any aspirant's journey that is related to handling of stress and anxiety. So how would you have handled such critical situations throughout your journey?
So to begin with, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay.
Okay, it is never smooth. And to begin with, it's a very tiring journey. There are many times we face burnout. Alright, we sometimes tend to find it very repetitive. The monotony gets very, too much to take at some point, and then pair it with all those things that we spoke about, self-doubt. Are we not good enough? Because at the end of the day, we want some kind of, I would say, gratification that yes, we are getting some reward for something that we are doing. And this is such a long journey that it would only reflect after 2 years of your efforts. So in between, it is important to keep yourself motivated somehow. And so it's good to have some hobbies, alright.
Okay.
What one thing people do is that they do not recharge themselves. Alright. Now for me, so I play the guitar.
Okay.
And I play the keyboard. So whenever I would get bored, my guitar would be on the bed. Alright, I just pick it up, start jamming for say. I would not do it for hours, but 10-15 minutes just to refresh.
Okay.
And then,
And there is also theory that music heals. So do you believe in this?
yeah. So now, suppose a test went bad. Okay. To begin with, it is just a bad day. Alright, it is not your fault. Yes, there were some mistakes made, but the good thing is you can improve for the next time. Alright. And especially early on, we try to have it all figured out. It's just a practice test. And we start thinking about the outcome also during the test, like why we should do that. When your main focus should be on solving the problems. There you feel like emotions come in. Alright, we need to be able to separate the fact that results are results, they're independent of my exam. Okay? And yeah, a test went bad, it's okay. Then you do something that gives you joy instead.
Okay.
And first of all, our brain, it is wired to handle things emotionally also, alright? So we need to convince our brain that we are getting happiness at the end of the day.
Okay.
Like you're talking about music healing. Why? Because you get dopamine from playing something you like.
Exactly.
And those happy hormones are needed. You need to stay upbeat, positive. So that really helps.
Okay. So after this such a long journey of 4 years, starting from 9th standard and preparing for this rigorous examination, and then the result comes. So how was that day?
So let me first tell you, during the 2 years of my JEE, my dad was away. He was posted in Goa.
Okay.
So that is one thing. And okay, now let me tell you the scenario. So it was 11th September. I remember the date.
Okay.
2022.
Okay.
So my teacher had called. He said, "Come for this thing at 10 o'clock." So we were on our way in the metro, my mom, my brother. And then my mom gets a call. I don't know what she's talking. She's talking something.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Ho gaya." And then I was so overjoyed.
Okay.
I still didn't know. I still didn't know what rank. Okay. I'll tell you. Prior to this, so this exam was one of the toughest. Okay. It had the lowest cutoffs in a long time.
Okay.
Reasons: number one was we had some scrolling issue, some UI issue was there. It impacted everyone. And another thing was that
What scrolling issue, by the way?
actually the questions were a bit too zoomed in.
Okay.
And then we had to, first of all, that should not happen. Second thing was the scroll bars. They should be controllable with the mouse, right?
Okay.
No, we had to click and drag it. Yeah. And to begin with, many would have panicked there itself. Then combine it with the fact that it was harder than the last two times.
Okay.
So all that was going on, and when I had actually completed my marks, right, after the exam, it was way beyond what I mean, it wasn't what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was expecting something good. It was like unimaginable that did I do this bad after all?
Okay.
But then on result day, I was told, so my mom told, sir bata rahe the ki you got 137. I was relieved.
Okay.
And that satisfaction comes in.
Okay.
That finally it is over and it ends on a good note. I cannot explain you in words, but that was a special moment.
Okay.
And the rest of the celebration went well.
Okay.
It was fun. My mom texted my dad.
Okay.
And unse fir I did a video call at night. He's in Goa. He was in Goa that time.
Okay.
And yeah, positive memories.
Exploring the ultimate truth. TATVX.